Technical University of Machala. Medical Sciences. The topic to be discussed in this video is about overview of the respiratory system. The respiratory system is an anatomical complex that includes the lungs, airways, parts of the central nervous system, respiratory muscles. Its main function is gas exchange, although it also contributes to the maintenance of acid-base balance, phonation, defense against harmful agents in the ambient air, and various metabolic functions. The structures of the respiratory apparatus have a design perfectly suited to the function they perform. Before studying the more complex aspects of respiratory physiology in greater detail, consider the structural features of the respiratory apparatus in relation to the function they perform. Anatomy of the respiratory system. The anatomy of the respiratory tract is divided into high respiratory tract, lower respiratory tract and accessory structures. High respiratory tract is comprised of nose and nostrils, paranasal sinuses, mouth, pharynx, larynx, windpipe. The lower respiratory tract is formed by bronchi, lungs, respiratory unit, and the accessory structures formed by pleura, chest wall, bones, joints and muscles of the chest. Breathing is the process of exchange of oxygen, O2, and carbon dioxide, CO2, between the blood and the atmosphere is called external respiration. The process of gas exchange between the blood and the capillaries, and the cells of the tissues, where those capillaries are located, is called internal respiration. The process of gas exchange between the blood and the capillaries, and the cells of the tissues, where these capillaries are located, is called internal respiration, and the process of external respiration can be divided into four main stages: pulmonary ventilation, diffusion of gases or passage of oxygen and carbon dioxide from the alveoli to the blood and vice versa, from the blood to the alveoli. During inspiration, contraction of the diaphragm and inspiratory muscles results in an increase in the capacity of the thoracic cavity, while during exhalation, the respiratory muscles relax and return to their resting positions. As this happens, the capacity of the thoracic cavity decreases and intrapulmonary pressure increases. In normal quiet breathing, contraction of the respiratory muscles only occurs during inspiration, while expiration is a passive process as it is due to muscle relaxation. Consequently, the respiratory muscles normally only work to cause inspiration and not expiration. The two factors that have the greatest influence on the amount of work required to breathe are the expansibility or compliance of the lungs, the resistance of the airways to airflow. A simple method to study pulmonary ventilation consists of recording the volume of air entering and leaving the lungs, which is called spirometry. The air moved in the lungs during respiration has been divided into 4 different volumes and 4 different capacities. The pulmonary volumes are tidal volume, inspiratory reserve volume, residual volume. Pulmonary capacities are combinations of 2 or more volumes: inspiratory capacity, functional residual capacity, vital capacity, and total lung capacity. As for the non-respiratory functions of the respiratory apparatus, in addition to gas exchange, the respiratory apparatus performs other functions. Thus, filter for the blood and blood reservoir, defense of the organism, temperature control, metabolic actions. Importance of the respiratory system. This vital function is carried out through the action of the respiratory system, also known as the respiratory system, being a complex set of organs that start from the nostrils, part of the airways, that function is the entrance of the air that we absorb from the atmosphere, which is loaded with a great diversity of dispersed gases, known as inhalation. The main purpose of respiration is the realization of a gas exchange, absorbing the oxygen present in the atmosphere in the area of the pulmonary alveoli, where, through capillaries, the process known as hematosis takes place, eliminating the different volatile toxins present in the blood such as carbon dioxide, but also alcohols, hence the functioning of the breathalyzer test. Thanks for your attention.